Hi Gemini, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising. As always, welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Gemini. Message could be for you. Take it however it resonates with you in your situation. Keep in mind, these are general and timeless readings. If you guys are wanting to check out anything, all my links are down below in the description box. Website link, Instagram. You guys can jump over and follow me over there if you wanna. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you've supported the channel. Let's dive in. Okay, I'm gonna take the one that fell already, Rue. Oh, fascinating. Okay, wow. So we have the Pathless. That's very interesting. Wow, okay. Dude. Okay, this is a very intense energy. Okay, it feels like you have this goal or aspiration that you're reaching for. You're very woke. Like, I hate that term, but yeah, your eyes are wide open to something. You're very lively. At least that's what it's showing me. Like, you're just woke, all right? And you have some people surrounding you that are like wandering. The pathless could be these energies that are kind of around you, of people that are just kind of lost, don't know what they're doing, and in some way that could be like maybe you're dodging that energy. This feels like walkers, like but you have this thing, this is what you're awake to. You have this like goal or thing that you're aspiring to, and you're full-blown woke about it. Like, you see it, there's this potential here that I feel like you just have this goal, and there are just these other energies that are kind of coming in around the side, and they're all very lost. And it's very interesting because I do feel like you have a direction right now, or you could be seeing something, and you could be dealing with other people that are very, like, they're not in touch with themselves, and you know exactly how to keep in touch with yourself. And the trick is right now to not get pulled into the pathless. Do you know what I mean? Like, getting pulled, it's like, what's that word? What's that phrase? Stay the path. Somebody just said that to me the other day. Who was that? Whoa, that was really weird, because I don't even know if someone did actually say it to me. Okay, that was really weird. All right, moving along. Let's see. I wonder if that's just like maybe a bit of a challenge that you're dealing with, is because you have something of value, Gem, okay? Or you're just dealing with people that are asleep, lost, don't know what they're doing, and you have like this another another level of awareness that's kind of popped in. Dude. Co-creation. Okay. Capacity. Okay. Capacity. And then we have co-creation. I mean, this is just in general, like, the universe is full-blown working with you on something. And this is tricky, because I do feel like you're still in this process, because there's a goal achievement that's on the horizon. It's floating somewhere around you. Okay, it's like whoever has been very significant in your experience, it's possible for you, whatever. So I'm being such a douche about this reading. So this capacity feels as though these energies over here are kind of overwhelming, and it's just the process. I have seen this every single time. It's like you have to be very focused at this time and keep your attention just on this thing, because this is very high vibrational, okay? The universe is working with you, but also there can be all these mix of emotions that come up for you, like feeling anxiety or overwhelmed because this is available, and but you're still in the tiny little details of getting there. It's not very enjoyable. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, you have this Six of Cups, which is the past. And I feel like you're back and forth about it. Like, are you still questioning? That's what it's showing me. You're still kind of back and forth about something from the past. Like this could be, did I make the right decision? Because it's still making choices, but the past energy is here straight up. Very first card. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, wow, all right. Holy water. So you have the Ten of Cups right there. That's like home, family, lots of emotional fulfillment, all nice. And then watch what else comes in. This stupid chair is driving me crazy. Okay, we have the Four of Cups right here. There's almost like an immediate disappointment or boredom that accompanies it. Like almost like, oh, okay. It almost feels like to me that like a past situation that you've, if you were to interact with it, I don't know if you actually have or not, because it's showing me that you're back and forth about a past energy in some way. I don't know what that's involving. It could be people, it could be like a past work situation, whatever this is. It feels like to me there's like this huge emotional fulfillment and then immediately followed with disappointment or boredom or apathy. Okay, that's pretty typical. But you have the Eight of Cups. This is such a Gemini reading. It's hilarious. Okay, I'm saying it all with love. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. This is like defensiveness. Oh, dang. And that is a conflict or an argument. Five of Wands. Dang. Okay. Well, was this a love bombing situation? What is this? Because it feels as though everything was like super happy, wonderful. I wonder if some old issues resurfaced. Just the Mars retrograde Gemini. It causes a lot of tension right now. Resentments build up at this time and you can lose your cool. And I'm going to advise to, I don't know. It's saying like, don't get defensive because people are trying to get fuel from you. And you're on a path right now. And whoever these pathless people are, here's what's tricky about them, Gem. So, like, even though they could be doing certain things that, and I'm just seeing here that you've kind of got your attention on both. And it's very, oh, wow. See here, now wait for the message to switch up. This is when it gets interesting. There's something about your reality where your observation is noticing like long-term emotional fulfillment. Ten of Cups is like, OMG, the happily ever after, whatever that means for you. Okay. It could be in your job. It could be like, it's just available and it's made itself known right here. Okay. This has been in general in the energies because you have the Eight of Cups here, but it feels also like you keep noticing something that disappoints you. And I would be kind of cautious because things aren't quite what they seem, and your initial reaction will be to be triggered. Okay, because these pathless energies could be people that are very lost. They don't have an authentic self. They don't know who they are. They're just kind of wandering. And sometimes what they can do is if you are coming in with this emotional fulfillment, or you're just very, you know your path, if you're just that connected with yourself that you know yourself and you know the direction you need to go on, that's a very desirable thing for people that don't know, and they can try to latch onto your energy, and that can be triggering right here. And so they could be doing certain things and it's like you're back and forth in vibration here from kind of some extremes, because you have like the 10 of cups, which is like this amazing emotional fulfillment. This is the part that's going to trip you up. And that's exactly what they want, because if you give this fuel, if you give the pathless fuel, and it's any kind, if you get triggered, if you fall out of alignment, if you lose your dignity in this situation, they will kind of like gain the upper hand, if you know what I mean. But they gain energy that way. So for example, if you're dealing with pathless peeps, they can like copy you. And the more fuel they get, it's more like, oh, it sucks. It's super trippy, but it's a very real thing. We have the Page of Cups and then the Queen of Cups. I'm not gonna lie, there's just some kind of, this keeps coming out in your readings, like some kind of Page of Cups energy. I feel like at this time, it could be some emotion starting to come up in a situation. Do you know what it feels like in this energy, Gem? It feels like, see the fish in the fishbowl? Like you haven't moved out of that quite yet. It's like your inner child is really wanting to play or go off in some direction. But something about your situation is taking you through some, like, okay, let me explain it in this way. If you guys have heard me talk about your Everest, I bring it up a lot. And this is tied to that. So sometimes if you go back and deal with past energies, like sometimes, because you know the whole metaphor of Everest, you go up, you acclimate to a different environment, and your body chemistry changes. It's super trippy. And then you go back to base camp to like settle in, you know what I mean? Touch base. You kind of go back, get settled in, it kind of rejuvenate and get strong, and then you go out again. Okay, that is probably going to happen because this is literally what these cards are. That you are kind of dabbling in nostalgic, like certain past situations are coming up and you might feel some conflict. This is the Mars energy that's bringing up past resentments and conflict. And the tricky part about this, and please do not shoot the messenger, is the majority of the time you are shadow boxing. And what is shadow boxing? I posted this on my Instagram. It's Ken Wilber talks about it, how you anytime you feel any kind of negative emotion, obsession, anything, if something is like you can't get it off of your mind, it's because you're shadow boxing with yourself. And it's usually through another person. So that's why I was saying you might want to spend a little time to get in touch with yourself, because what I've been seeing just in general over the past couple of years is that people that have felt restricted or feeling like you can't go out and like go towards your higher self, it's been causing this buildup of emotions. And this can be blowing a gasket. I'm not gonna lie, like that's literally what the cards are. And you're meant to elevate from this situation, and peeps might not make it so easy, okay? Because something is very apparent to you. And yes, calling out, not a good idea right now, okay? Because there's a shadow. There it is right there. Peeps are totally acting in their shadow. And if you say something, you will regret it. That's the Five of Cups right there. Do not call them out, okay? Spend time to get in touch with yourself. Let the trigger fall away. And my sensei once told me, like, when you're in conflict, because it's a physiological thing that's happening, like you're actually having a chemical release. And in that moment, if you can be conscious or aware enough to ask, what's good about this situation, you can go through a physiological or chemical shift just by asking yourself that question and then giving legitimate answers. Well, this is growing me. Now I know what I've done in the past, that, you know, I know what has been disappointing to me. Now I know kind of like, this doesn't work for me. I don't want to do this. That's disappointment. And now I know I'm much more clear. Just those conversations you can have with yourself make a massive difference. I do see there is this connection here. Okay, but this also can be emotional maturity. So I'm just going to say it in that way. And that is probably going to be challenging, because I can see you even could be thinking about a particular person. They might be very youthful or young or immature in their emotions. Okay? And it could bring that out in you. Something very small and childlike, and it's good for you to kind of get in touch with that, because there's a huge emotional maturity that can happen here, and dealing with the situation and kind of elevating above it. This won't get you anywhere, I'll just say it right up. If you say something or do something, you would regret it. Because sometimes this Seven of Pentacles can be that there's a thing waiting. There's a thing on hold. There's this thing, and it would almost like push you back a little bit. Does that make sense? Anyway, let me dive into the extended. I'll see whatever else wants to come out. If you guys want to join me over there, of course, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link. I'll see you over there. But Gem, if this is where we leave things, sending you so much love. Wishing you all the very best. And I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.